Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We're bringing sexy back. It's the Sexy Podcast with your hosts, J.R. de Guzman and Luke Soin.
COVID, check COVID, 1, 2, 3.
COVID. Your results are coming in. You got it.
What were you asking me?
I was asking you because I was just.
What were you naturally asking me
Very
that I'm
naturally.
not unnaturally asking you to repeat?
Not forced. I was giving you an intro when it wasn't even on, just for fun. I was saying, Luke Soin, Sacramento's top director, writer, performer. And then I asked you, right now, not in the past, how would you classify yourself? Like
Creator.
Yeah? Like the creator. God.
Yeah. Do you like
Yeah.
horses? You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. Like, they could be better.
Actually, the horses weren't me. That was Poseidon.
Okay, well, then that makes sense.
But that's besides the point. Okay.
Besides, you're making waves here.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a real splash.
You gotta.
Oh, shoot, my dick.
Do you know what? That's actually why I usually take that one. Is
Yeah.
because that happens, and then people will be talking, and it's just like sideways. And then I did it once, and I realized like everyone does it because I did the same. Because you get into you're
This thing
talking,
comes off.
it just starts turning sideways and stuff.
That's how you know the pod's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause you're
yeah.
just so into it that you
Yeah.
don't like look at the thing.
Mhm.
I hope the lighting is okay if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not, then what is wrong with you? But
This is perfect because it's like I have one light that doesn't work, and it's like just almost out of frame. So it looks like I have 3 working lights.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's being blocked by the time counter thing, but it is there.
Yeah.
But it would actually help with the lighting a little bit if it was working. So
Definitely.
I'm a little disappointed.
But so you would classify yourself as a creator.
Oh yeah, I don't
Is that
know.
real?
I don't know what I would. A multi-hyphenate, is that what you
Mhm.
say? I just like. Yeah, I mean I don't like any of the douchey ways to talk about it, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like
real
to-
answer.
I know. I was listening to a
I'm
guy
a
today.
content creator.
That's exactly what I was listening to today. Like, but it was helpful. They were talking about the balance between being an artist and like a social media influencer. You know, where it's like, as an artist, you wouldn't feel this need to like, I need to put out a hit song every day, or like I need to make a movie every day, or this
Every
but-
day, every week at noon, I have to put out a new content.
Isn't that kind of strange? But
Yeah.
social media has made us
Yeah.
as creators like that. It's like even God, you know, the creator, if he went social media style, that dude would have burned out, you know?
But you know what? If you think about it, God's still making stuff. I mean,
That's true.
He
Yeah,
came
yeah.
out with COVID-19 last year, and it's been a pretty big hit. You know, like
everyone's
it's-
talking about it.
Yeah.
God's checking his phone.
Dude,
every
it's
day,
been
like,
trending
oh,
like
cool, we got
all year.
more engagement on this one, huh? Yeah. He was like, I remember when we started out with SARS, you know, now we're here. Wow.
Yeah.
You've come a long way.
Yeah, bird flu. I mean, we learned a lot on that campaign, but with the COVID
Yeah.
campaign,
Yeah,
we've
you know,
come a long way.
I think we got it figured out now. So we're going to be doing COVID every year.
Yeah, we really balanced out the contagious, where it's like there's a lot of vampires and they don't know they're carriers and they just spread it.
Spread it
So
around.
that's humans. Keep that. Learn from me. If you want to spread your horrible personality,
Spread it out.
Yeah.
Spread it out. Yeah, like, but with that balance of like doing creative stuff and having to do social media stuff, it is kind of weird. I feel like that dictates like how we make stuff too. Because even though we're joking about it too, like when you think of like artists back in the day too,
yeah,
they would have like maybe like one hit like every few years.
yeah.
It's like Van Gogh doesn't have like everything he didn't get famous till he died, right? That's the thing.
A lot of artists. Yeah, no one even knew that they were cool until they were dead.
Imagine someone doesn't find all your memes or something until you're dead. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Luke was a meme genius. Holy
meme-ious.
shit! We need to spread this meme. It has like changed. It has kind of changed art, man. It's funny. Like I don't want to get like into a snobby way of talking about it, I'm not saying
I don't think it's snobby.
I don't think it's bad, but it's just like a real thing.
As long as you say it's not snobby and then
Then
you
you're
talk
good.
about it. Yeah, you just have to acknowledge that
Yeah.
this might veer into
It's
that.
not snobby, but it's just not art that I love anymore. Yeah.
It's like a British Filipino guy.
British Filipino.
It's not a snobby.
That exists.
I don't want to do it. That's
That
going
does
to be bad if
exist.
I do it.
I remember the first. Do you remember the first person that taught, like, where you learned that, oh, like, this ethnicity can have that accent? Like, I had a Filipino cousin that was
Uh-huh.
like British or something, and I was like, what? What are you doing? Like, why are you talking like that?
Yeah. I don't know if that's happened to me. Like, I think it just kind of naturally, I was like watching movies and TV.
And then you'd see someone like has an accent, and it's like a
Do you mean like somebody has an accent that you wouldn't think they would have?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I know we're going to almost racist territory here.
It's okay. We have diversity on this podcast.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
So it's okay.
It's like, hey, I approve this message.
He did it. Did you see that? He did a thumbs up. It's in the frame. I wanted to write this joke or a bit, or it was just like an idea. It wasn't even like a bit really. I didn't get anywhere, but I just always thought, like, how crazy would it be if a white guy grew up in China, like mainland China, like on a farm, and his whole life is learning Chinese, like he just native Chinese speaker, and then he learns English in like when he's 21 years old,
Yeah.
and then he comes to America to see where his family's from, and everywhere he goes, he's just like just has
Yeah.
the most racist accent,
yeah.
but it's not because he's racist, it's because that's just that he just can't
It's
help
not
it.
racist because he's doing a thing. It's like getting canceled everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
It's like, come on, man. Wow.
I don't want to
Can't
do the
believe you.
voice.
I
but,
saw
like,
you so close to doing it, though. You're like, and then everywhere he goes, he's like, well, like, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, you guys just fill in the blank. I like that.
I'm just imagining like this goofy, like 6 foot tall
Yeah.
white guy. He's like Dutch, probably, like originally, and he's just like.
I think that it
He's like
exists.
trying to order coffee or something.
Dude, I bet you it's real, man. More and more.
It's gotta be somebody
I don't
who
think
grew up in
that
China
they
who's
would,
white,
I don't think that they would have the full-on
or
accent.
like a black guy.
But I imagine if they're out there, their parents.
I'm not racist, I promise.
Yeah, Luke's he's one of the good ones. But like, I feel like I like using one of the good ones, but for white people. You know, are you one of the good ones?
Yeah.
But because I was thinking about that. I do know white people who are from Asia and then they move here because it's a lot of like.
Like expats who have kids there.
Yeah. So then they don't have an accent because they're like with their parents all the time, but they're
Right.
fluent in like Mandarin or whatever.
That's really cool because then they're like an assassin and they have both things.
Yeah, man.
They could be like a native, like Filipino speaker, or sorry, Tagalog.
Yeah.
See, I am racist a little bit.
No, you're not though, because you actually know it. You know, and I don't think it's race. That's just like it's just pure ignorance.
Yes. Yeah. There was no malice. It was just I
Yeah.
don't care enough to know.
Yeah. My world is just I'm comfortable in my bubble.
Yeah.
No, but you knew Tagalog. Like that's a lot of people don't.
I
even
said
know
it
that
wrong,
stuff.
too.
No, but
It
it's
just
dude.
made-
Most people don't even try. So
Is there only one language in the Philippines? Like that's the main language? Is it Tagalog?
There's like so many dialects. Like I think the top three it's Tagalog, Ilocano, and I forget what the third one is.
But are they all
Silent.
Tagalog or are they like
No, they're like offshoots. But I
Oh, okay.
think if you know Tagalog, they all have parts of Tagalog. Like Tagalog, I think is the most popular one, and this is purely like someone's gonna.
it has the best campaign on social media?
Yeah. They have the most likes.
It was
and-
viral language.
Mhm. Like they use the best hashtags. They're so smart. How do I do that? But I want to say because like for example, my dad has a dialect that's called like Pangalatok because he's from Pangasinan, and then my
You have that one joke where you're like, you
Yeah.
know what they say about
Pangasinan.
Pangasinan.
Yeah. Like, nope, that's not it. So like,
sorry, that's the only way I've ever heard that
Pangasinan.
city.
I know,
before.
yeah.
Is
It's
it a
funny,
city
dude.
or a region?
I felt like I think it's a region. I forget because it's like I want to
Who's
say
ignorant now?
Pangasinan, Lingayen, Libsong. I think that's the order where it'd be like
Are they like
Sacramento,
Oh, okay.
uh, like Placer
California.
County and like Roseville.
Oh, okay. They're like counties.
Yeah, exactly. So like my dad's from Pangasinan, and this could be like grossly messed up right now. Like I could be wrong, but
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's like if you know Tagalog, I think you can go everywhere and understand each other. And most people speak English too. in the Philippines because we were a U.S. territory. Modern day colonization. Don't want to get into it. No, I don't know if it's. I didn't do it. It depends on who you are in the Philippines, how you feel about that stuff. So
some people are cool with it. Some people hate it.
Some people love it. Like the Philippines is so westernized. Like I went on this tour. This guy who passed away but was amazing. Is it Carlos Soldran? And he talks. He has he's almost like a comic one-man show walking tour thing, and it's not cheesy. You know how you'd picture that, and it's like.
I'm imagining a guy with like a giant drum and like the cymbals between his legs. He's like,
yeah, and he has like the dog that has a cat on it and a rat type of thing. You know, it's not that guy, but you see those guys on the streets who like have these weird.
Yeah.
So this guy, super educated, gave like a historical, like talk about the Philippines, but it was like funny, engaging. He had like a little video where we went into one of the places and watched a video.
Was it stand-up or is it just his own thing?
He's just like a one-man show, his own thing. He was like a playwright.
Oh, so you were just there. It wasn't like part of going there to do comedy. It was like, okay.
Like I was just there as a visitor.
Right.
And
like just to see your family or hang out.
So my buddy, actually, it's funny, like promo of the shirt.
I'm going to blur that out because he didn't pay me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll tell him. But like,
how shitty would that be?
Yeah.
Just the whole episode, it's
just blurred. Yeah, right here. Like, what?
I have to watch the whole thing in case you get up or something.
I used to
like,
think that was because
the
they had like a curse word on their shirt or something when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now I actually understand.
It's like, why do they blur Coca-Cola? Is it like Coca-Cola? Like, what's going on?
Damn,
with that?
man, it's dirty. Oh, now I kind of want Coca-Cola. But yeah, so their brand, it's Empire in the Air, but like he's Vietnamese, his wife's Filipino, and she studied like Filipino American history, and I did like a thesis on it. And she recommended this tour, so I went to go see it. And yeah, and it's probably one of my favorite things I've ever done in the Philippines.
Wow.
Yeah,
is it funny or just educational?
Dude,
or
everything.
All of it?
It's like funny, but also like it's like imagine somebody made World War II history like really interesting and funny and entertaining. And
the Normandy Beach invasion is hilarious.
Hilarious. Yeah,
I mean, the Germans killed and the Americans killed. They crushed. They murdered.
Yeah. That was Some people bombed.
Yeah.
But
but even the bombing killed. So
yes.
A lot of puns on this one.
A lot of puns. And we're not afraid to get into World War II with these puns.
World War I is next.
Yeah.
We go backwards through time.
Dude, that's so to put it in a nice bow of the Philippine thing was like he talks about how like the Philippines is so westernized because they have the most like malls and churches.
Oh.
Like everywhere in these, and it's like kind of like lost a lot of its old Filipino.
So it's like middle America.
Culture.
Is there like strip malls too?
There's dude, strip malls like everywhere. It's the best place to go to get air conditioning in the Philippines. Just hang out.
Oh,
because it's so hot over there.
I watched like 1.5 episodes of the 90 Day with that fat guy.
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah. Do you Phil or what's his name?
Ed, I think.
Ed. Yeah. Yeah, no neck Ed guy.
No-neck Ed, yeah.
And he's just like, it's so fucking hot here.
Dude,
he doesn't say fuck, but he's like,
yeah.
And she's like, well, I don't know what to do with. It's not. It's the Philippines.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
She's the one who does the. What's that thing? It's like you're my best view. Okay.
You're my best what?
It's like a TikTok sound. You're my best view. Have you seen that?
Oh, I probably have, but I can't think of it. I probably have that one. I've probably only seen like once.
Yeah,
but that's really funny that she became a TikTok
I know,
noise.
Man. TikTok is so weird where it's like I'll hear something and I'll see maybe like 10 meme video things of it, and because of that I think like so everybody knows about this, right?
Yeah.
It's
weird how things can get so famous or so many views or likes, but be very compartmentalized. Like these people really know about it, but then you go over here and like no one's heard of that before.
Totally.
Like I was doing that
digital bubble.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like 3 or 4 years ago, I was like whenever Snapchat was like at its height, I would go on there and they would have like these concert like just story. You know, they used to do these like stories of like you could just see what's going on in Saudi Arabia, or like it would just be like
wild.
Yeah. Or this music festival, and you're just clicking through, and you're like, "Who the fuck is Sia?" Like, I know who that is, but they would just be like artists that I've never heard of, and then all of a sudden they're like huge, And I'm like, and maybe I'm just old and I don't care about
No,
stuff.
you're right. It's like there's a weird thing of somebody can have literally like 2 million followers, fans who are diehard,
Yeah.
and you've never heard about them. But in the past, if you were famous, everybody knew about you. I
Yeah.
mean, granted, except for maybe some like a monk in some monastery far, far away.
Yeah.
But it was like the Beatles were this sensation, and
Even like Matchbox 20.
yeah,
It's like everyone knows who that is,
U2,
and they've
yeah.
heard their songs. Like I bet like people in the strip mall in the Philippines know, like
hardcore, because like I mean that's the music that they play in those strip malls. It's either like upbeat Western music or like the slowest, most obscure like ballads. Yeah, like when we were on tour buses going through from city to city, the Western travelers would always like kind of like complain about it, where they're like, the music is either like a club or like the sappiest like 80s power ballad and they're trying to sleep on this bus from like,
so it'd be like Belinda Carlisle and I don't know, like DJ Tiesto.
I'd be like, yeah, it's like Tiesto, and then all of a sudden it's like Bryan Adams. Please forgive me, don't know what to do. Yeah, like what's the vibe in here? Yeah,
It's everything.
yeah.
I kind of like that. That almost makes me think of like a weird like I've been watching. There's like shows where they think about what the future might be and the mishmash of culture you might see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because in Firefly and Serenity, they had like this, like half the world was just like Asian, obviously, because there's like that's a huge part of the world. But we just live in America, and it doesn't always like. But if everyone just went to space and started colonizing stuff, it'd probably like mesh together more. So it's like there's always like there's a hamburger, but then the person eating it is like has like a Japanese umbrella or something. I don't know. It's,
yeah.
But where was I? So like the Philippines sounds like that kind of place to me, where it's like
interesting place.
There's a lot of East and then West, and it's just like mixed in together.
Well, the historical thing, this will be interesting to somebody out there in the world, but it's like they used to be like one of the biggest melting pots in the world of East meets West, because it was like the gateway between Eastern trade and Western trade.
Yeah.
It was this island just between everything. And so they had like right before they had like a lot of Chinese architecture there. They had the Belgian sort of like, you go to San Francisco and we have the what are those like trolleys or whatever?
Like the train thing?
Yeah, is that what you call it?
Trolley? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They had like a Belgian thing like that, and it was just like, and then a lot of Spanish stuff because they're Spanish colonized too.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is it's like so many Filipino names are like Delgado or
I'm de Guzman.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
But
it's also like when I hear a Filipino name, I can go, that's probably Filipino. Like it's cool how it was like it has its own flavor.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. You said somebody is. You said a name in a minute. You said a name a minute
Carlos
ago.
Celdran.
Yeah, and I'm just like that sounds Filipino, even though that probably could also be a Spanish person.
Yeah, true. I know. I do love like a lot of Filipino stuff, like Filipino culture and the names and everything.
I hope so, because it's your culture.
I hate it. I don't want it anymore.
A self-hating Filipino.
That exists, man. It's crazy. But I felt like I had to relearn about culture stuff as I since I was growing up in America.
Mm-hmm. Like your culture? Or?
Yeah, like my culture. As I started going back to the Philippines, like I realized how American I was. Because people would tell me, like, I would go there and they'd be like, yeah, like you're pretty much a Californian, dude. Like you say, dude, and then like that's the vibe you get. When I was doing stand up out in like Malaysia, like they were saying, like, if I classified you, you're more like Californian than Philippines.
They're like photoshopping a blonde wig on you. Like, dude, he's from the surf, dude.
Come catch this American guy. He's so funny.
Man, he's hilarious. He did a kickflip on stage.
So American, man. And like they mix in like all the regions of America. Like, he did a kickflip and then he shot a gun in the air. It's crazy, man.
He was all, yeehaw, motherfucker. He threw a Philly cheesesteak at a guy.
Oh, man. You've traveled a bit, right?
Yeah, like kind of.
Yeah.
When I was a junior, my family went to Italy, so I've done that. And then I went to Canada 2 years ago now.
What's like...
Basically a year ago.
What's like sort of your... what was Canada like? What did you do there?
I went with Jimmy Earl.
Oh, that's right.
And it was like for literally... I think we were inside of Canada for under 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like... Because
Dude, that's a story right there.
it was a fun trip. There's actually video you can watch on Jimmy Earl's There Goes the Neighborhood Comedy Tour YouTube channel. I don't know if that's the full name, but just type in There Goes the Neighborhood Jimmy Earl, 2 L's, and it'll come up. And
Funny guy.
yeah. And we woke up like super early, got to the airport in Sacramento, flew to Seattle, rented a car. We landed in like rush hour traffic, so we were like driving the car at like 4 and we drove to Vancouver. So we went across the border, and then when we got there, it was already nighttime, so I didn't even get to see it during the day. And then we just went to a Japanese restaurant. We had sushi with like half of his graduating high school class because he went to a weird tiny high school with like nobody.
Yeah, I think I saw that in the video too.
Yeah, yeah. And then it was literally like he said they had like 12 people in their class. There were six of them there.
Did he go to like a religious school, or why was it so small?
I don't know. I think just Canada's weird.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fair. It's how Americans are. Is like, I won't question that statement. You know, it's like this entire country that they've built, and they're saying like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Canada's weird. Yeah.
It's just different. It's weird because I mean, just even being there, I was like, this could be San Francisco, maybe like part of it.
It was Edmonton. Is that where you went, or Vancouver?
Vancouver.
Oh, dude, that's the one I want to go there. I've never been.
Yeah, I want to see it during the day. And then we were supposed to do like so many more of those trips this year or last year now. And I was like so excited. He was like, yeah, we're either going to Australia or Europe. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Dude, sick.
And then COVID happened. And so now I haven't even talked to Jimmy for a while.
Yeah.
But I need to have him on my podcast.
I think you guys would still be able to do that eventually, like when everything comes back.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll do it. Yeah. But yeah, and then we had dinner. Then we went to the club. We went to Yuck Yucks, and we did the show. And it was like one of the best sets I've ever had. And I filmed it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy now. I have like a good video to send people.
Yeah, that's so dope.
But
good quality clip. Well, that's a good quality clip.
That's
good
an oxymoron.
Clip. Yeah.
Good quality clip?
Good quality.
You can't have one of those.
Clip. That's not real. But it goes a long way for sure. It's like it's weird how just having a good clip can like almost be the start of your comedy career, you know?
Like you, sort of.
Oh,
like
yeah.
That was
a huge
thing.
boost. It's so weird because, like, I kind of feel like I've seen a few people who that happens at different points, you know, where it's like, oh, cool. Like, I was lucky to have that clip that you recorded. Thank you for that also. Luke, you're like my good luck charm, man. I feel like every video that has helped.
Don't say it too much because then it might not work anymore.
That's true. I know. I can't. I gotta go knock on something.
Yeah, that's wood for sure.
Yeah, this
down
might
there.
be fake. So,
Yeah,
but
okay. We're good now.
I feel like I think that happened. See, that was 2015. I think
It was a while ago. Yeah, it was. I think it was the first time you did the Crest holiday fundraiser show.
And now I've done it like every year since. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think it was like 4 years into my stand-up journey, and like
it was after when we went to Vegas, which was
was it?
that was probably the first thing.
That was like the first time we went on the road together, right?
Yeah, I think we're
That
friends
was-
because of that trip.
Dude,
or like,
that was crazy. Yeah, was that the first thing we did together?
I think so because before that we were just like open mic friends, like
Yeah.
oh hey what's up, cool.
Yeah.
And then we were both going and we're like hey you want to drive, and then
Well, I think I already like just enjoyed. We like enjoyed hanging out whenever we saw the
Yeah.
because you know how you like everyone's cool, whatever, but like.
but fuck them.
But fuck them. No, like, but then you sort of vibe with certain people. Who are like, oh yeah, like I would hang out with this dude more. And then I guess we did that Vegas trip. Oh my gosh, dude! I'm just starting to have memories come back because Snapchat was a thing even back then, right?
Were you snapping things to
I
people that
wasn't.
were bad?
I wasn't, but I think I remember you doing a snap when I was we were in the bathroom.
It was
or something.
Vine.
Vine, that's what it was.
So yeah, and I have those on my phone.
yeah,
I'm so
comfortable here.
I wonder if I should like for editing if I should put them in. 'Cause
if you
they're funny.
find it, dude, put it in.
We're at 23 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
I'll try to remember that.
Cool.
Put a snap there.
Snap.
23
Chat.
minutes. No, because there was
Jordan.
a few, and I have them on my phone. They're funny.
Yeah.
There's one where we were both taking a shit at the same. It was at the Riviera, I think.
Yeah.
Because we had gone over there to go to the pool for some reason. Like we didn't go to anyone.
Yeah.
We didn't stay on the strip. We like went over there. And then I just go, this is me taking a shit at the World Series of Comedy. This is JR taking a shit. And I just like go under the stall and you knew it was happening, but it looks like you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, there was also, we were coming back from a club into, I don't know if it was our hotel or, you know how you kind of just walk through hotel lobbies?
We got
there?
like fucked up one night. We were just
really fucked up.
like drifting. We were like, because I remember we went to the Bellagio, and then we were looking at the glass art thing, and I was like, I will never be as good as this art. And then I cut to you, and you're just like black, blue.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Black, blue. Dude, that was crazy. I remember we
ran into like two girls too, and they were like
Yeah.
tripping on mushrooms or acid.
and we like hung out with them for a while, right? Weren't they
We,
walking
like-
with us?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how we like.
I don't know if we were following them or if we just matched. You know, like because
we were together at different moments of that night.
Yeah, I feel like we were walking between hotels and they were just there, and we were like, "Oh, what's up, girls?" And then
Yeah.
they were like, "I'm on Venus," and like,
Yeah.
and so then we just like kind of talked to them, and then nothing happened.
I don't remember how that stopped. That's, like this thing is that night was kind of a blur to me.
Yeah,
How did we stop hanging? Anyways, but that was crazy.
and then I remember like I was so bad at comedy that like everywhere we went, they'd be like, "Yeah, JR, like we got to get you on. You're so good."
Uh-huh.
And then I would be like, well, "Can I do it?" And they would
but-
just like ignore me.
But at the same time, it was like, but they hadn't seen your set or anything, right? It was
no,
just-
yeah, because it wasn't good. Like I definitely
You're
was
like,
bad.
well, it wasn't good. I will tell you.
Dude, the one set I got to do was like, I remember they had like it was like a
Was it a bar?
consolation set. It was in the hotel where the World Series was at,
Oh, okay.
but it
Yeah.
was like a late night. Like it was like the first night, and it was.
People who
I think
show-
I went up at 1 a.m.
I do remember that. Yeah, yeah.
It was like an open mic. It wasn't great. And
yeah,
then
like to give some background on the World Series of Comedy, which is still going. Have you
I've been getting
to-
emails about it.
I get.
I don't think I'm not. I don't want to do it this year because I don't know. It's probably not going to be a full
Yeah.
strength. I don't know.
Yeah, it is like I have heard from people like who did some reality shows this year, like talk about how like I wished it wasn't this year because of the way the setup was.
Yeah.
It's like less.
I'm sure
entertaining to
things will
watch.
get better this year as the year goes on, but I don't think it just doesn't seem like it's worth paying for it to do. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Not that I mean I don't want to hurt the World Series' chances or
I
whatever. I, don't
honestly
know.
think the World Series of Comedy is one of the best at like their business model is great. Like
they
for
make a
comics.
lot of money.
They
From
make a lot of money. No. Honestly, though, I think they're good. Like, I don't
Yeah.
have anything bad to say about them. Because
It's like fun. It's a good way to network. Like I met a bunch of people that I still follow. Like I don't really
Yeah.
talk to them, but
dude, I mean, when you think about it, at that level, I think we were both probably 3 or 4 years in, and I did it. I think 2 years in a row. And
did you start like a year after me, or did you start at the same time?
I started Valentine's Day 2011.
Okay.
So my
then
10-year
you're ahead of
anniversary
me.
is coming up.
You're ahead of me because I started in November of 2011. I don't
Okay.
remember the day,
Yeah,
but I know it was November.
I think that's like you started around the same time as Janelle.
Yeah.
Janelle, I think. But some
Yeah, I remember
Sacramento
like
comics.
Janelle. I'd see Janelle, Diego, Emma Haney,
Yeah,
like, and then you, and then Mike Patton.
it's like a class.
I
Like,
just-
we did have like a class in a way. You know,
I should
that-
cut that because it's Bailey Patton now.
Bailey Patton.
I,
I
just,
think
I
that's okay.
apologize. It's
Yeah.
my memory. It's my memory. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
a
not you
not a
being-
dead naming. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Um.
but I think
Fury.
what was it? Oh yeah, World Series. I did a ton of those like those pay to play like festivals and competitions
Mhm.
at that time, and I was a big advocate of like those are good at a part of your career where it's like you're not going to be able to meet the best comics from around the country at that like stage
Yeah.
in any other way until now where it's like everyone's on social media.
Yeah, you meet a lot of people, and then if they like you as a person and you're kind of good, then they'll be friends with you, and then they're in town, you can hang out. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll throw you a set, or they
Yeah.
might ask you to do stuff. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
networking. That's what that is.
It's basically like a big, like dental conventions. They have those things like
Wait, what did you say? Dental?
dental conventions.
Dental.
Dental.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said Denzel. like-
Denzel conventions.
just fans
just
of
a bunch of
Denzel
people,
Washington.
either fans or doing impressions of Denzel. Yeah. Okay. Like that's all I can got is one sound.
King Kong ain't got nothing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
turn every corner, is just somebody yelling that.
Yeah.
Why are they all training day? No one does the Bone Collector. I don't
What are some
understand.
other quotes that he has? I'm trying to.
I don't know.
I can see him just doing that smile when he turns in that sound.
Oh man, one of my first jokes was just impressions of laughs,
Mhm.
and I tried to do Denzel, but it just sounded like Eddie Murphy. Like I'd be like, "It sounds like Denzel, right?" And they'd be like, "No, it kind of sounds like Eddie Murphy, but it's bad."
Yeah. You have it has to be. That's funny.
so
It has
bad.
to be good. I have this feeling with impressions is like the better it is, no one's gonna question it, right? But
Yeah.
the worse it is, then they're like, it's kind of racist, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but if it's spot on, they're like, oh shit. This is
Yeah.
kinda cool.
If I nailed it, they wouldn't. Yeah.
Question it
But
at
if you're
all.
just like, hey, what's up? And it's like, no, you're just
Yeah.
doing a black guy, you idiot.
Yeah, you're doing,
asshole.
yeah,
Like,
you're doing a character. What's it? Whatever caricatured version of it.
I inhaled spit, and it's not COVID.
It's
Wanted
not.
people to know that.
I've had COVID. I'll say that publicly.
Do you want to talk about it?
I could.
Wait, real quick about the Vegas thing. I thought it was cool because the Las Vegas Comedy Club, or the LA Comedy Club.
Yeah.
It used to be at Bally's, right? In that
Mhm.
really cool, big, like ballroom looking room.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because we went up for one of the nights, right? We like.
Yeah, you did. That was
What's
one of
that?
those times when I was like, could I get up? And and the guy, it was I think his name is Matt. He's
Yeah.
like the
He's still
manager.
there. No.
He is.
Yeah.
No, so that's the cool thing about it. So like I remember I was like kind of, you know, like he kind of ignored, and it's fine because I there was no reason to put me up.
That's right.
But I just remember being like, oh man, that guy, like, he's probably really cool, and he like has this.
He
like,
looks cool.
Yeah, he's got like a cool
Yeah.
ponytail thing.
Yeah.
He looks the same too.
Really?
But
I
I
haven't
saw
seen
him.
him.
Yeah, like this year before COVID, it was like right before. It was like February. We went to Vegas. It was like the last Jimmy Earl thing I did, like video trip, whatever. And we did it's at the Stratosphere now, the LA Comedy Club.
Mhm.
So like he's still the manager there, and I actually got to do a set. And I
Sick,
think,
dude. Yeah.
I mean, I talked to him for a minute or whatever. So it's just cool that like years later, I got to finally do a set in front of that guy.
Yeah.
When at the time I was like, my career sucks. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that I have
you
a
get to
career,
see
but
that growth. No, man, you do. It's like, who is it? Like, what's his? I mean, David Tell. I saw him in New York when I was doing like a random pay to play festival, and I was like,
is it the Devil's Comedy Cup?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I wanted to sign up for that one and I never did, but
Yeah. So I did that one, and I met David Tell outside the Comedy Cellar. I was so like, what's that? Not like insecure is the word, but when I just see everybody, and to me they're like giants, and I'm like nobody. I kind of said that to him. Like I was like, he's like, hey, what's your name, man? Because he was being super nice, and I'm like, no, it's cool. I'm nobody, you know. And it was like a movie thing. I was like, hey, man, everybody's somebody. And I was just like,
and then did he bump your mic?
yeah,
He bumped your mic.
yeah. Bumping mic.
Jeff Ross pops out and he's like,
Yeah, dude. It was cool. I still remember that to this day, man. That's my like, I feel that impression is such a good impression.
I get the feeling that he's just a really nice, sweet guy, and all he wants to do is tell jokes to people.
Yeah,
Because
it's like he figured something out.
yeah,
You know, he has some like wisdom where it's like, oh, this is all.
he's like a Zen
all
master,
you
but
need.
for comedy.
Yeah,
Because I bet his apartment is like, it's probably just this room by itself. There's like a bed in the corner that's sort of on a cot, like not really, not a bed frame, not on the
I feel
floor.
like you're describing like a YMCA right now.
Yeah, maybe.
Like a hostel.
He just bought a room in the YMCA, like he owns it, and there's like 3 hats on the wall. They're all the
Yeah.
same kind of hat, and then he has just like his uniform of like a black shirt and a weird jacket.
Same morning routine when he wakes up, just looks in the mirror, brushes his teeth, and says, "Hey, everybody's somebody."
Hey, everybody, somebody.
Yeah, I was like, how did it sound again?
Yeah, he kind of talks like this.
Yeah.
That's a really exaggerated version, though. He doesn't.
Yeah,
I feel like
not every. Yeah.
he
But that's how you
was
do
more
this.
like that when he was younger. Like if you watch the HBO special, he's just really doing the Dave Attell voice.
Such a good. I think David Tell's one of those guys who's influenced so many comics.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
When I talk
Totally.
to a lot of the like guys now, who I'm like, man, wow, your writing is amazing. Like David Tell's one of their favorites.
I feel like when I listen to Sam Morril, I can see Dave Attell there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's just that like that pure joke
Joke
like
writer.
set up punchline, like it's just like there's no fat. It's just
Yeah.
laugh per minute. But it's not like from a cynical like I got to get laughs per minute. It's like no, it's just how you do
It's
it.
how you do it, yeah.
It's like the technique is you write something and then you
They're just great joke writers, and there's a few guys right now that you can look at as like
yeah.
they're consistent joke writers and great style for like late night sets. You know,
Yeah.
where they can
do like 100 of those
so
and never run out.
consistently.
Yeah.
and all of them are good. You're like, oh shit, like this guy's a beast. But with the David Tell thing, I just had this when you were talking about the YMCA hostel room. He is one of those guys where you could either picture that kind of room or like a super nice like mansion-y house. It's like either
But he
one.
still wears like his
And
janitor
he's
outfit.
calm. Yeah, he's calm, just wearing like
I love
sweatpants
that.
out or something. Like,
I love the idea. He's just wearing like his jeans and his like Skechers shoes,
Yeah.
and he's just like in like an ornate like red chair, and he has like Jeeves come up to him. He's like, "Thank you for the eggs, Jeeves,"
yeah.
and he just
so he's Mr. Deeds. Oh man.
that would be a good sitcom.
Oh dude.
It's like
yeah.
a tell, and it's just he lives in a really nice apartment,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then he just gets into hijinks in New York.
Attell has such a there's such a like a what's the word, mystery, whatever, around him, some aura. Like
I think that's just because he doesn't do podcasts,
that's true
right?
too.
Like, isn't that sort of now? It's like oh, Tosh, he's so opaque. I can't see him. It's like because he just doesn't do podcasts.
Yeah, because like now everyone's shit is all over the place. Like, oh, here's our lives. Somebody said it where it was like the past was celebrity was like mystery,
Yeah.
and now it's like accessibility.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I have so much access to like this celebrity and engagement with them.
This is my penis.
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, I love
Would you like to
Bieber's
see my
penis.
butthole?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing is unturned. Here's my social security card.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's super weird. What were we talking about? I went back to the LA Comedy Club thing because
We're talking about Vegas and
Yeah.
World Series and all that stuff.
Well, we were going to go somewhere, but I can't remember what it was. I fucked it up.
Why were we talking about? We were talking about
It's probably not a big deal, but
pay to play festivals. Well, I do remember like talking about the world's. Oh, Vegas was like our first trip together. That kind of
yeah. Well, there was something else that we were like. I felt like we were leaving that room, but I was like, wait, no, go back.
stuff. Mhm.
I can't remember. Usually, I'm pretty good at that, but
Yeah. Okay. Was it before that? I don't want to. I want to try to figure it out.
I know it's fun. I like to practice that muscle because I actually use it in conversations now.
Yeah.
Where I'm like listening and talking to someone, but in the back of my head I have like a little note that's like,
thread.
we have to go back to that because I know that was important or something.
Well,
I fucked it up.
no, it's fine. I think we were talking about like the class of when we all started. Vegas was the first trip, and
Yeah.
but we can let it go.
Vine was cool.
Yeah.
We saw those weird girls. I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't know. It was a fun trip though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we gone on another one like that? Why do I feel like I can't remember?
I feel like we've done a few, maybe. Did we do one in Arizona too, or no?
No.
Maybe it's the same.
Oh, we went to Coos Bay. That's what we did.
Oh, who was the headliner? It
I
was
think
a guy
you
we
were.
knew. No, I think I was the feature. Because I thought there was a comic that we knew headlining. But anyways,
Did
Coos
I?
Bay.
But I went. Did I go twice with you or just once?
Maybe you've been a few times.
Oh, it was Kirk McHenry,
Yeah.
and we were in the
Yeah.
car and we did a podcast with him.
Did we?
I think we did a sexy podcast in the car with him.
Whoa. He was probably so annoyed.
Probably.
When I look back,
He was very nice though. He was really cool with us.
Super nice
Yeah.
guy, giving like very mentor advice at the time, you know.
I saw him recently, but I was wearing a mask and I was filming stuff at Laughs or like taking pictures,
Yeah.
and I didn't say hi because I figured he wouldn't remember me.
You never know.
And I'd be like,
he's one of those guys. Yeah, he's just so nice.
It's Luke
and
Soin.
So funny. Yeah, that's yeah.
Be like, yeah, I drove in the car with you once.
Yeah, and we did a pod. It was one of my fondest memories. I miss you. But
That show was weird because they make you. I
did
don't know.
we do two? We did two shows, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they make you do the show, and then I remember they didn't clear the room out. They like let people stay for the second show.
Yeah.
There's just people sitting in
went
there.
up after. I remember because after the first show, like, oh, you're so funny. Like, we're gonna stay for the second one. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do the same jokes.
You're like, I remember when I watched Legally Blonde immediately after watching Legally
Yeah,
Blonde in
yeah.
the theater.
Well, I don't know why they think it's like, I don't know. That just shows you how far removed some people are from what stand-up is.
Yeah.
But
They're like,
Not
he'll
my
just
fault.
make up more stuff.
yeah, he's just making it up as it goes. I
Yeah,
like
it was weird.
it. Yeah,
But it was
bad.
fun. I wish I was better at the time because I don't know. It was
Yeah.
cool though. It was a cool room. Like I liked that spot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The town is kind of, it's just such a weird small town that has the casinos like the thing about it.
Yeah.
And I guess the bay.
I think
But-
a lot of people like retire in those towns. You know what I mean? Like they're like, I want to retire at the casino, and that's gonna be where I spend my retirement money.
I saved my retirement money to give it to the casino.
It's interesting, man.
It's very
I would
weird.
love to just like, you know, I had that van. I would love to. I still have it. I'd love to just like explore all the random nooks and crannies of America.
Yeah.
Like go outside of Austin, outside of Nashville, like these casino towns where like people retire and just drive around in their little like.
That sounds like a very sad tour. Because it would just be the
dude.
same thing over and over.
It would be
just
sad.
a lot of people with like the cigarette neck hole.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like little like IV bags.
Yeah. Great set. Loved it.
Do you remember that commercial, right? They were trying to traumatize all of us.
Yeah. And then that, I remember. And then that lady that was like a year later, they're like, she died. The lady from the commercial. I was like, yeah, of course she did. She had a fucking neck hole.
Yeah, and you guys exploited that. No, but I mean, I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But good exploitation.
Yeah.
I would love to see like all the nooks and crannies of America because we kind of have seen it in the like a lot of the first shows that anyone does are like
yes
those casino towns, you know.
And sometimes they're just like a weird, like it's like Jackson, but the town over from it. You do like a weird, you know, like. I feel like I've seen more of California than most people ever do.
Because you picture California as LA, San Francisco, San Diego.
Maybe Lake Tahoe.
And that's 3 cities where, like, yeah, a lot of people are there. Mm-hmm. But geographically or physically, so much of it is...
There's just all this in-between stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've driven... This was for work, that a job I used to have, but I drove to Mammoth, California, like 5 or 6 times.
Mm-hmm. Mammoth, is that SoCal?
It's like midway.
Okay.
It's down. There's like a freeway or a highway called 395, and it's like you have to go.
That's going towards. Is that going towards Nevada?
No, it goes down. You like to get to it from here. Like what I would drive up to Tahoe, and then there was like a place I would turn and go off, and then basically it's like you have to go through the mountains and get around them, kind of, and then go down. Like the other side, like you're just going down this freeway. And then like after 2 hours of that, it takes like 4 hours to get there. Mm-hmm. And then you get to a point where like Mammoth's just there.
Yeah.
And it's like you just drive up like the town street and it's like, but along the way, there's just all these weird little like stop offs. There's like this spot that looks like Route 69 and there's just all these like motorcycle diner bars and like, it's just cool. Like all that stuff. And I wish, I hate seeing just like a Kmart. I know Kmart doesn't exist, but just like...
I didn't even know that. That's news to me.
Well, maybe there's still some, but I think they went out of business.
Yeah.
But it's just like I always get depressed by strip malls and just like the same, like, oh, there's another...
Yeah.
There's a Batteries Plus and a Chipotle, and I like Chipotle, but, you know, it's just...
Yeah, I feel like you do have
a
nice, like, sort of appreciation for, like, even when you came here, you're like, oh, yeah, this place has character, you know? As opposed to, like, a lot of the...
It's called being a cunt. I'm a cunt, and...
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You're very cunty.
Yeah, this is the nicest way I could think of.
No, it's not.
Is that you appreciate the book nook in my corner.
Yeah.
Those are cool, though. Like, it's a built-in... You can't see it, but there's, like, a built-in bookshelf.
Well, I had a thought afterwards. Like, I feel like whenever someone describes an apartment as character, it's like, it's just old.
Yeah.
Like, place has character, you know?
But sometimes it
has character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of nooks and crannies on his face.
Yeah.
But I mean, part of it is, like, I think you could build new stuff with character in terms of, like, how you have like a weird room in the back that's like, what is it for? But it's there.
Yeah, like when I first got here, I was like, I wonder what I'm going to use that for. Like, should I make it like a home gym or should I make it a music studio? That's what I've done.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just more interesting and fun. It's more stimulating to your brain. Mm-hmm. Maybe like a lot of people don't care about that because they're not artistic or whatever. They're not cunty. And
yeah, we need more cunts out there making art.
That'd be a good shirt.
Cunts making art. Yeah.
Art cunt.
That's the name of our podcast. Cunts making art. Just
our new podcast.
Yeah.
I told you, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's like a big commitment to do it all the time again, but I feel like the name, The Sexy Podcast, is like so good. Like, we spent a lot of time trying to pick a name. Well, I have like a list on my phone somewhere. That's
when I think of The Sexy Podcast too, now it's almost like that title. Mm-hmm. There's some topics on it here and there. It's like, yeah, we're the sex talk guys. We talk about sexual liberation.
That's what I liked, is that we didn't talk about that stuff.
We weren't that. Yeah,
we probably talked about our dating lives, but
a little bit.
We weren't like, so the way I find the clit is like,
yeah.
I wish I had like a
Imagine you
joke
just had
for
a
that.
podcast that's just showing off like how good at sex you are, but it's like you're pretending to be like educational and helpful to people.
It's like full
Yeah,
penetration podcast, but you can't see anything because
Yeah.
it's just a podcast.
Yeah, not enough guys are out there just like lasting forever and like taking their lady down, and you know that's just kind of what we're about here, the Sexy Podcast. So
Yeah, we make sure she comes first.
yeah, and like
'Cause
many
she does
times
come first, you know.
She's just always coming from the start to finish. I don't think I've ever come in my life.
Yeah, as soon as it goes in there, she's coming,
Yeah,
and that's technique. It's pure technique.
pure technique, pure respect.
It's hours and hours working on my craft.
Yeah,
Got it.
and I read.
Yeah,
So.
I've read a lot of sex books.
That's right.
The Game, Neil
And a lot
Strauss.
of the game and a lot of pickup artist stuff, but just to see what not to do because I respect women. You know,
Because she comes first. I literally read a book called She Comes First.
I have too. Yeah.
You have it too?
Yeah. So
Is it on the bookshelf?
Yeah, I keep it in there for my guests whenever they come over.
It might be that one
comedy
right
writing
there.
Secrets, and then She Comes First, and then Two Cunts Making Art.
Infinite Jest. That's like an important one, right? Isn't that a thing? Like a
Infinite
classic?
Jest is a what's that guy that killed himself? That's a good way to introduce an author. Remember he killed himself, and he also wrote Infinite Jest.
Hemingway.
No,
No? He killed
David
himself.
Foster Wallace.
Why do they all
A lot
kill
of-
themselves?
I know, man. It's like there's definitely a mental health thing.
I think they're too thoughtful because I feel too not that I can write an infinite jest, but
Mhm.
I feel too thoughtful sometimes where I'm just like, what is the point?
And then it's almost like
Do you ever get into those moods?
yeah, a little bit because
That's
you're on
part
this
of the
loop.
strip mall thing for me is I'm just like, everywhere you go, it's the same shit over and over and over.
Yeah.
Why would I go to Kansas when I know it's just gonna?
That's that guy's thinking, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna kill yourself, Luke.
Oh no.
You're on your path, bro. But you need to write some dope books first, because at least you wrote these books. No.
And then I can be discovered after I'm dead, just like
Yeah.
all the great artists.
Luke and I take mental health very seriously.
Yeah, I see a therapist.
Disclaimer.
We talk about
Yeah,
this
yeah,
stuff.
we've talked about. We've had some deep talks. I was just talking about AA stuff right before this. But
Now
no,
I'm like-
David Foster Wallace.
When is my next therapy appointment?
Oh yeah, you should check that.
David Foster Wallace, sorry.
He has no. You're good. He has a. There was a movie about him that I think it's called The Road or something, or where this writer follows him around to do like a profile piece about him, and then it kind of profiles their relationship.
Uh-huh.
And I watched that, and then that's how I got into him, because I was like, I can understand that side of him.
How old was he? Like, or what? Like you said, it's a
It's
documentary?
it's like a fictional thing. You know, Jesse Eisenberg,
Oh, okay.
the guy from Social Network.
Yeah.
He plays the writer profiling David Foster Wallace.
Okay.
And I think David Foster Wallace is Jason Segel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What year was he alive? Like the actual
I don't
David
know.
Foster
I
Wallace?
don't know enough about him. It's one of those like I wiki learned about it in depth after I saw the movie and.
But in the
bought a bunch of
movie, did
books.
they have like cell phones, or was it like the 50s, or you
I
don't
think it
remember?
was more recently.
Oh, okay.
So like maybe 80s, 90s. I think.
Okay. I've
'Cause
definitely
there's-
heard his name. I mean, I worked in a Borders for 5 years, so
That's
like, I
right.
know-
Oh, Borders. I mean, you don't need to say it. You have to say Borders.
Yeah, because it's dead.
Such a big part of our generation. I brought up floppy disks to somebody recently, and I was like, "Do you remember floppy disks?"
Like I remember it last night when it was your penis.
Yeah, it was so floppy. I wanted a hard drive.
That worked out pretty good.
Bumping mics, baby. But
We're gonna get sued now because we
Yeah.
stole it.
we'll stick to the Two Cunts Making Art. But David Foster Wallace, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
He
Wait, can I interject something?
yes.
Wait, I was just thinking, like, I did actually have an interaction with Jeff Ross.
Oh, cool.
I've had two. One was online. He favorited. People have been sending selfies to him, and then he posted on his Instagram, and he writes a roast joke about them,
Mhm.
and then he goes, "You animals do it too." I can't do his voice.
Yeah.
So like, I forget what I wrote about somebody. It was like it was about Joe DeRosa. It was like roasting too many foods. I don't know.
Mhm.
Something stupid, but he liked it. And I was like,
Yeah.
And then I did roast battle there one time at the Comedy Store with Saul Trujillo. And he was like, he said, I don't need to say anything about you two cunts. And then he just didn't.
said that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I mean, he was kidding, but I think
Yeah.
he was just, it was the first roast battle. So he's like, I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
And
How was that? How did it go?
I won.
Sick. Was it a fun experience?
It was magical. It was like, it was what I hope doing Conan someday is like, if I
Wow.
ever get to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because it was just like this, like I heard about it.
I've watched it a few times over there. I've never done it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I watched the TV show on Comedy Central, so I was listening to Mean Boys at the time, or like before that, like I was just into the culture of
Dude, this
roasting in the Comedy
Yeah.
Store, and then just like watching the show and like seeing the wave and the Saudi Prince. I love the Saudi Prince.
Mhm.
I still don't know who the comic is who plays him, but
I forget which one. Is he part of the wave, the Saudi Prince?
no, he's just like a fixture of the show, kind of
Yeah.
like he's not always there, I think, but when he is, he just kind of sits in front and they just like, what do you think, Saudi Prince? And he's like, oh, well, I think that this bombed harder than 9/11, but and he
Yeah,
just makes a bunch of
that's
Middle
so
Eastern
funny.
jokes, but he's also such a good roaster. Like he was the only person that like said something funny about me.
Mhm.
And it wasn't even, I don't know. I feel like it's hard. 'Cause I just look
What-
so average.
What did he say?
He was just like, oh, you look like a dollar store Ryan Reynolds. And
yeah.
it was something better than that, but it was close. It was Ryan Reynolds something. But yeah, that was my Jeff Ross's, because
Yeah.
you met Dave Attell. I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
Dave Attell. I haven't met him, but
I mean, it's just cool though. Like hearing people's like experiences at each of the shows. I watched Roast Battle a few times. I just like showed up on the day and like just sat in the back. It's like crammed. They cram
it's
everybody
fun.
in. Yeah,
They really like, it's packed in there.
very
It's
electric
tiny
energy. Yeah,
Yeah. People just get crazy there. And then the music that's like, it's like this, they have this really awesome beat. It's just like, and you're just like, yeah, let's fucking go. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff happening in the last few years at the Comedy Store.
Yeah. It's so cool. Did you
'cause-
watch the doc series on Showtime?
No, have you?
It's
Is
so
it good?
It's really cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna buy it because I don't have. It's Showtime.
Yeah.
I don't have Showtime, so I was gonna go buy it and watch it. Like just watch them all in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I had to take a CBD pill before to chill out because I was so
Mhm.
nervous
To watch it?
to do it.
Oh, to do yeah. For
Sorry,
sure.
the roast battle show. Yeah,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do roast battle because I'm just like, and then like Andrew Rolfo was there and like Zach Ciappelloni,
Mm-hmm. All
and they're like
Bay Area
people I
guys.
sort of know, but not really, but they know, you know, and so it's just like I didn't want to fuck up in front of these people, and then like.
Mhm.
There's just, you see Andrew Santino's there, but then I don't think he was in the room when it happened. I don't know, but
Mhm.
it's like oh, this is the place. So I was trying to not,
Yeah.
and it worked. It was like I had the perfect energy of just like
Yeah.
doing the jokes, having fun. Saul made fun of me, and it was great.
That's
Shit
cool.
on my dead dad. It was like perfect.
That's so funny.
Sorry,
Yeah.
David Foster Wallace. You were saying more stuff.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I'm interested in your experience there, because I think I saw Josh Means
Uh huh.
and Robert Emoto.
Oh yeah, I wish I had seen that one.
I was there that night. That was fun.
I think I saw the video later. Someone filmed it.
Oh really? Oh, that's cool.
I think so. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool. Josh is like the one who broke us into that.
Out here.
Yeah, I think because I feel like he started. He's just like one of those people that doesn't. He's like, yeah, why wouldn't I ask?
Mhm.
And I'm the kind of person that's like, oh, I don't. They don't know. They don't care about me.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's just like, I'll just ask
He's like,
them.
oh, just ask and
then they're hella cool, and they're like,
if they
yeah,
say
come on
no,
down.
they say no. Yeah, yeah.
Because the booker, I forget I think her name's Sarah or something. I don't
Jenna?
know. Huh?
For a roast battle. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's still. It might not even be. It's been so long now
Mhm.
since it's been almost a year since they stopped. I was supposed to, the week COVID happened, I was supposed to battle Drew Schaefer there.
Oh, nice.
Like it was going to be the second one, and I was like, ah.
Yeah.
And then they emailed us and they're like, we'll let you know as soon as it opens, but just be ready. Like on it might be a random Monday. You might have to come
Yeah.
down. And then like it hasn't happened, but
I did, because I think Fury's been doing it. Well, I don't know if it's still going now, but they were doing on the patio.
oh yeah.
Those sets where it's like people are sitting outside on the patio.
Have you done it?
I did one. Yeah.
How was
right
it?
Before I came back out here. It was cool. I was on a night. They let me know like, yeah, this has probably been one of the slowest nights. It was the night of the vice presidential debate.
Oh.
Kamala V. Pence. And there's like no one there, and it was just like, but it was still fun. It was cool to get set in and just like bomb with other people. Like we all, I think we all bombed
Oh,
that
man.
night, and we're just commiserating. But it was like we were all talking about it too in this weird way of like, this is so much fun to do the comic hang again.
Yeah.
That was more fun than the set, to be honest. But I would, if I was out there, honestly, I think that's probably what I would do every night. Is I'd just like go do that set at the store and then hang out with comics and try to be sane again. Like,
Yeah.
have my sanity.
I know. I wish we had something here that was like I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Like we need like a more like a local place that has like a setup that would work for that. I don't know.
Like a patio hang or like an outdoor show.
Yeah. I mean, it's the wrong time of year, but
Yeah, yeah.
and I mean, Laughs was doing it. I don't know. Like I'm imagining just something. I don't know. It's like I feel like we just need one
pandemic-wise to something to be able to keep doing shows.
Yeah, but I was talking to a comic about this. I don't want to like say who it is in case he didn't want
Yeah, that's
his
fine.
plans to get out, or I don't know. But he's like he wishes there was like he was right that we need more shows that are like pure stand up,
Mhm.
like a club that's not a club, like the Spice Monkey thing. Like in
Okay.
the Bay Area, they have
Yeah.
like the Spice Monkey. It's like a restaurant, but they have this upstairs room, and like
Mhm.
every week,
the Comedy Oakland.
Comedy Oakland,
Samson
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Iris Summer and what's the other guy's name?
Samson.
Oh yeah, Colette Carr.
Mhm,
Colette
mhm.
Carr. Yeah. I don't know. I know Ira better,
Mhm.
but yeah, we don't have anything like that. We don't have like a comedy club that's not a club, but it happens every week type of thing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, like a bar restaurant thing that just has shows that are like more independent.
Yeah, like a cool little room they just pack people in. Because you've done Comedy Oakland, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that room is so electric because you're like standing in front of them.
Spice
they're like
Monkey one.
sitting. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like the tables are like right here, and you're just like looking at someone's dad, being like, "My dad's dead. You're net," and, you know, like
Mhm,
whatever.
mhm.
That was weird, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds like a very specific moment that you're describing, but
yeah, that's not even real. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I don't know. It just sucks right now. But hopefully, I'm hoping that everything like just comes back really fast and hard because people are like just wanting it.
Yeah.
and then maybe we could.
I have a lot of hope for Sacramento. As you know, I just got this 4-month lease here, and
Yeah.
I'm like, so like this. I don't know if I'm almost wondering like if stand up is not going to be open even in that 4-month window that I'm like for sure here.
Mhm.
But I do feel like when it does open, I think it's going to be good because I've seen a lot of comics making content at home still, like whether it's videos. I mean, you and me doing stuff. And I think like that energy is going to transfer into like live shows or help people go out to even see the shows that we're doing. Like, oh shit, like I saw Lucas doing this video. I want to go see him live at this place. And yeah, I don't know. I have hope for the scene.
I just hope a lot of people are just like, I'm tired of being at home all the time. I need to get out, and then they'll come to shows and be more excited. Because
Yeah.
I think what sucks about Sacramento is it's so spread out. So there's a lot of people here, but instead of them all being stacked up in like apartment buildings or skyscrapers like in San Francisco, they're just all over the place. So then they have to drive here, but then a lot of them are like, they work. You know, they're not. I feel like in LA, there's just so many weirdos that they can just be up all night going to shows.
You're
And
talking about performers or the audience?
audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the audience is just, there's a lot of people who are trying to be in entertainment, so they go. Maybe they're like a musician, but they just stay up late because they don't have to wake up early because they have a weird day job. Or
You know,
here it's like it's all state workers and restaurant people and
Sure.
and finance or I don't know, real estate, whatever, like normal people that do normal stuff. So they can't just go out on a Wednesday and be up till 10 or 11.
yeah, yeah. I think the people who I think were doing it really well out here, but they're also like you know the Don't Tell show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never gotten to do that, but I think I was like getting close because I was going to like help them film something, and I was like, can I do a set? But
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're great at like finding that crowd. It's
Yeah.
like because they're out here, we out here.
Every time I see a picture, I'm like, how do they pack this
It's
room
always
out?
sold out, or it's always full, and it's a secret show, which makes you realize like, okay, how do you sell out a secret show? You know, like whereas like producing a show that's not a secret is hard enough to get people to go to.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's the secret.
maybe yeah, making it something that like people are like, oh, don't tell anybody, but I'm going to this thing. It's like you're gonna tell everybody, aren't you? Maybe.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm going to a furniture store to watch comedy.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, those shows have always been electric. Like what you're describing, Comedy Oakland to be like.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's another one that gives me hope of like those shows and that scene. Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's a good thing we can see the screen.
internal temperature too high. All right. Well, we lost the video for a minute. That's great.
Okay, but we still got audio. Well,
Here.
we're coming up on an hour.
Yeah. Oh
So-
shit. What is this? Oh, I got to go to laugh soon.
Oh, yeah, it's
we
12.
could. Do
Start
you want to
wrapping.
run through a couple jokes?
Yeah,
We'll
sure.
just have audio for this part, and I'll put in like some kind of. Okay, I'll just turn that off for a sec. It's okay. I can put video. Like I'll put like the ocean or something. Yeah. Let's do like 1 or 2 jokes each, and then we'll close it out.
Okay.
I don't know how many people watch the YouTube. I mean, it depends. Like sometimes I have like some that have like 50, and then I have some that have like 7. You
That's how it
know?
always is. It varies. Like I've seen people's pages where it's like, hey, they have a video that has 1 million views. Let me watch the other stuff, and it has like 1,000 views.
Yeah.
If you got something, let me see what I got on here.
Okay. I'm trying to see because I have like 2 notes. I have like I'm trying to make like this big premise note that's just like it's just alphabetically organized premises, and then I can like write under them, like add to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What did you find one that's good?
It's just so funny to see what you write down.
Mhm.
You know, or like when I look at my own phone, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why? The one that I laughed at was I saw a title. It says "On a Jazz Walk." I'm like, oh, okay, what's this one? And it says, "I care what people think about me." Like when I'm walking around and I have like headphones on, like I care what they think I'm listening to.
Oh.
So I'm just like walking around out loud, being like, "I'm listening to jazz," like so that way they think I'm like super cultured or something. And nobody cares.
Then it's like wheels on the bus go round
Yeah,
and
yeah,
round.
yeah.
Well, it's nostalgic for me.
Yeah, it's
when
like
I was
it's
2.
like a jazzy kind of chord progression that they use, you know. But yeah, I don't even know what I wanted to say about that one. Was there more in there?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, and then it's like if TikTok existed in the past, it's like interesting to think of people doing like TikTok dances to like jazz ragtime.
Yeah.
You know, like
It would have been kind of lit because like the Lindy Hop or whatever.
oh yeah, that was sick.
Like those kinds of dances are good.
Mhm.
I don't know, and it's interesting because like my TikTok sort of shows up. Like I clicked on people doing Running Man or like what is it called? What's it called? Like not Running Man, but like shuffling.
Yeah.
Like shuffle
Oh, the
dancing.
yeah, it's kind of similar.
That's sort of like blowing up, but I don't know if it's blowing up because I'm just seeing it or if it actually is.
Mhm.
You know, it's like that segmented thing we were talking about
Yeah.
of like, it's really big here, but then you might bring it up to someone and they're like, I've never seen
TikTok
that.
the TikTokers have a good way of like awareness of what it is because they say like, oh, I'm on the jazz composer side of TikTok, or like, oh, I'm on like
There's a
gay
jazz?
TikTok. Oh, I'm on straight TikTok.
Oh,
Meaning like,
Black Twitter, but for TikTok?
I guess in the sense of like all the stuff that's feeding into your algorithm is that kind of content, and like they're aware of it, as opposed to being like, oh, all TikTok is doing like thirst traps. You're like, oh no, I'm on the thirst trap side of TikTok because I've liked too many thirst traps. You know.
Yeah.
I'll try not to like too many of those things. So that way it's not just feeding my...
Yeah, it's like you have this bonsai tree that's
Yeah.
a TikTok feed or
Mhm.
Instagram, and you have to like trim it and
Yeah.
encourage certain branches, or
It's
otherwise
so
it
true.
won't.
And if you just let it go on default, it's like, all right, here's some asses and titties and MMA fight.
Yeah.
Like-
and maybe a stand-up comic here and there.
Yeah,
You know, like something, or just like an interesting... There's like one that's it's so satisfying.
hmm
And have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, it's all like slicing through a cake slowly, or like
Yeah, or like
water washing something.
they put like shaving cream in a crock, and they put their foot in it, and the shaving cream like comes out of the holes
Ooh,
like perfectly.
that
you
makes
know?
my butthole loosen up. Like, I feel like I'm that kind of relaxed, you know.
Yeah.
In meditations, you know how they say like, okay, now let your shoulders come down from your ears and fall. It's like, okay, let your rectum just release, like your sphincter release. And
Oh no! I made a mess.
relaxation. Oh yeah, don't release it too much. Yeah, man.
That's good.
I had a finger in my butt recently, but for medical reasons.
Oh,
Have you
did
ever had
get
that?
No, I'm not 40 yet.
Dude,
You're younger than me. What's going on? Are you okay?
I had a health issue. I had a health scare. I didn't think I was dying, but
Did you have bloody stools?
I had a bloody stool, bro.
Really?
And I was like, I should probably get this checked out.
Yeah.
And the first thing, it was a female doctor, and that's not important, but I just feel like she would treat me more gently for some reason than a male doctor. Like the male doctor's like, hey,
Yeah.
well, be a man about it, you know? Be a man about this
And he
finger
just-
in your butt. So, Yeah, I don't even know why I'm saying that, but that was an experience, man.
Do you want to write a joke about it?
I might. I don't know. It's too soon.
Maybe that's a good song.
Yeah. Medical.
That'd be a fun video to film too, like just like a doctor, like it's just them preparing you or you getting prepared.
Yeah.
And it's just like it doesn't even have to be not even like a sexy lady doctor, just like an older woman.
Yeah.
I got like new insurance this year or last year, and they assigned me a doctor because they just do that. They don't like, I don't know, there's like
depending
here.
on the insurance that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they assigned me like this old Filipino lady.
Nice.
But like,
She cool?
no, she sucked.
Oh.
I switched immediately.
Like she just didn't care or what?
She was like I had this thing where I hurt like my groin was stretched or fucked up somehow. I forget what I did. I like ran too hard one day or something.
Yeah. I should say. But yeah.
Yeah, it was like leaning too much to the left and it
Yeah,
strained my muscles.
It's the worst, dude. Having a big dick sucks, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like big titties. It's like it hurts your back, but it's lower back, which is kind of worse.
Yeah. Like too good at sex.
Yeah.
But anyways,
you don't even have to try.
Sucks,
Kind of just lay it on there and it
Here
finds
with
its way
two
in.
cunts making art.
But no, she did this thing. It felt like she was like she was like, don't take your pants off and you need to put this paper over. She had like a paper for me to put over for decency. I'm like,
Okay.
you're my doctor.
But your clothes are on.
You need to look at my penis.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Wow, the way
she's
you said that, I feel like you've said that a lot. You need to look at my penis. Don't look away. Don't you break eye contact.
I know you've never seen Uncircumcised, but this is your time. This is
Now is your opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This won't be the first, and it's not the last.
Yeah.
Or wait, what?
We're two uncircumcised bros, dude.
Oh,
I talked about it in a set. You didn't know that?
You probably told me, but I don't remember.
How could you forget?
I'm
man?
sorry.
How could
Do you want to
forget
doc
my
later?
foreskin?
When the video comes back up, we'll doc.
I talked about it at a set here at a Don't Tell shows. I did like 2 minutes on just my uncircumcised penis. But yeah, anyways, so.
No, yeah, and it was just like I needed her to look and feel around and see what was going on, and she did this like it felt like I was at Thanksgiving and I asked my aunt to take a look at it, and she was like, "Oh no,
yeah, you don't want a doctor being like
put a blanket and then I'll just sort of like barely touch." I'm like, no, get in there and like see, does it hurt? I don't need you to touch my dick. I just want you to like not be like you shouldn't be squeamish
like,
if you're a
just
doctor.
Be normal about it, yeah. Like it's making them seem unprofessional the way that
100%. And then it was in Rancho in this weird building, and I was just like, I don't like this. So I switched to my ex-girlfriend's doctor in Elk Grove, and he was way cooler. I went right in there.
Yeah.
Dr. Joseph Lee. He was just
looked at your dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
Like-
in here and look at my dick, doc. Yeah.
He's like, I know we're here for your sleep apnea, but thank you for showing me that.
Yeah, I want to put in my insurance, whatever doctor I get, just make sure that they look at my dick every time. No
I
matter
want my
what it
dick
is.
health to be number one.
Hey, doc, I'm getting these headaches. Can you look at my dick?
And by head, I mean, it's
Yeah.
actually my head, but can you look at my penis still?
Just look at my penis, man. Just do it, bro. Yeah.
Wait, so can we tag your joke at all? Like what?
We could, oh, yeah. I mean,
It was about.
it was
I already
based.
forget.
So when I look at it, it's like 3 little portions of a bit, and the last portion of it was. It's like I think I started thinking about jazz,
Oh right, yeah.
and then it started to go into like TikTok for some reason. Just thinking of like what it would have been like if old artists had TikTok, because like you know how now people are commenting on other songs or duetting stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to like imagine people duetting like Beethoven's symphony. And like
I want to see Alexander the Great duetting Genghis Khan murdering someone.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's
I
like,
gotta
yo,
stop
your murder's
this.
a week.
Yeah. Or they're just like slitting someone's throat at the same time.
Yeah. Whoa,
Barbarian
yeah.
TikTok. That's a slice of TikTok.
Oh, I'm not on Barbarian TikTok again. Oh man, I need to get my shit together.
That'd be amazing.
I'm trying to be on literature TikTok, but
Yeah, I want to see Emily Dickinson and fuck, I can't think. William Faulkner.
Yeah,
William Faulkner do like
yeah.
and they're just both sad on TikTok.
Yeah.
Or Ernest Hemingway and David Foster Wallace, and they both kill themselves at the same time.
That's amazing. Well, imagine too, like a lot of it is like a book that they spend so long writing. But TikTok is the thing. What can I think of today? So they would just be putting out shitty first drafts of like a Hemingway book. I can't even name any. But like, yeah, we
For
would
whom the bell tolls.
For whom the bell tolls. It's just like a version of it that's like 2 pages and.
For Carl, the bell tolls. No, that's too specific.
Yeah,
that
is who
whom.
it's for, but doesn't sound right. Yeah.
I guess like maybe poets would be good on it, like E. E. Cummings. He could just like say poems into TikTok, you know?
That's true. Yeah, what would
the
they do with
sunlight
TikTok?
crept in through the window and
Yeah.
I already
Like I know, man.
share.
Yeah. Because that stuff really does fascinate me. It's just like the effects of social media and artists and stuff.
I think there's a lot to do there though, to the premise of what TikTok would be like in different centuries or like different people using it that would never have had access to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so great.
I like that. I don't know, this is my tag for the first part. You don't have to use it, but I really like the idea of, you're like, yeah, I want people to think I'm listening to cool jazz music with my AirPods, but then it's just like, wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
Yeah, the whole time is like,
I don't know if that works, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's jazz. It's fucking.
Yeah, love jazz, man.
Well, I can't think of other like little kid songs. Clementine.
Baby Shark, I think, is the most.
Oh, I was thinking like old school, but
video
that
on YouTube. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Baby Shark. I guess that would work better for audiences because they're like, oh,
they'll know it. Yeah,
reference.
Baby Shark, do 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 do. It's jazz.
Coltrane.
Yep.
Coltrane, baby.
Yeah, so smooth, man.
Yeah.
Smooth yet complex, like my coffees.
Grant Green. Love his guitar work. That's a deep cut. I
Deep
feel
cuts,
like.
man. That's good.
I love Grant Green. He's sick.
All right, you got a premise?
Let's see. We got some stuff here.
Got some goodies.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one because I didn't fully work on it yet. So maybe like the idea will give something. Do you guys ever think about how much you wouldn't go for at a charity auction? Like if it was like, win a date with Luke Soin, we'll start the bidding at $300. 300, anyone? 250, anyone? 225, 200.
They're going down instead of up?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And
That's
then
funny.
some lady in the crowd is like, next.
Yeah.
You end
I
up
wanna
paying
see
for
the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, swipe left.
Mm-hmm.
You end up paying for yourself. That's self-care. No one else loves me. Well, I'll pretend that I love me. Can't buy me love, not even for myself. I don't know. That's all I have.
Yeah, that's funny. How did you think of that? Like, what came up when you?
I don't know. This one's from 3 or 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I found some premises that were old that I was like, oh, these are good.
I think it'd be funny too, where in the auction that you're with, you're like also with like something random, like a blender or something. Then the blender gets more.
Oh, like it's not even a date auction. It's just like a regular auction.
Yeah, you're part of like a bunch of other random
Next
supplies.
up, an 1850s Winchester rifle, single barrel.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I'd bid more for that Luke Soin boy, but I really want that rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to save up my chips for the rifle.
Okay, I'll write that idea.
I've actually been part of some of those auction things. Dude, I
think I was did they do that at Crest one time?
it's like nerve-wracking because like, what if nobody bids? But yeah. It's always old ladies though. Whoever wins it.
For regular items like an old vase.
And this is semi-related, it's parallel.
Mm-hmm.
But like, do you ever have this thought like on The Bachelor? Like it's that thing of like, there's got to be some chick on that show that doesn't like the guy. What are the chances that all like 50 women or however many just love, this is their type? That guy, to me, I've always thought it's like kind of a weird premise of like,
Yeah, they all want to be with him so bad, but there's like
it's someone they've never met. I think there is a psychological thing of competition wise. Like, I want to be the winner to catch this guy, and that is a dating thing.
Uh-huh.
And great. I do think it's a cool show premise. It's a fun, entertaining thing. And
with The Bachelor.
I have a friend who just is going to be on it this next season, and I'm like, yeah, I'm stoked for her. But and I think she's probably the coolest person I know to actually like make it onto that show.
Sorry, I'm trying to put the video back on. I think
you're
we
good.
got it.
But anyways, I say all that to say, like, there's got to be someone on there. Like, if I was to be on The Bachelorette, I've never met this chick. What if I get on the show the first day and I'm like, so what? Are you excited? Like, this could be the love of your life. It's like, I don't really like Sarah. Like, I don't even know why I'm here.
What else do you got back there?
Yeah,
Next.
can we see somebody else? Yeah, so it's like with that premise, it's like, what if you're the one bachelor that like actually none of the girls are into?
Yeah, I like that. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
We look good, yeah.
But do you have more auction stuff? Ideas in there?
Wait, I was gonna say something about the Bachelor thing. Oh yeah, you could maybe go into like if you're, it's like if you're a contestant or the Bachelor. I don't know which one you would be in the joke, but you could be like, can I see something else? You know,
Yeah.
if you're a contestant and the Bachelorette, you're not into her,
Mhm.
and they're like, oh, you want Down the Hall at MTV next?
so
You want to
funny.
be on Next?
That's such a great sketch idea. Yeah. That's funny.
You're just like, there's like a studio, and you're just in the wrong studio. You need to be like down the hall.
Imagine like there's three, you know, like the first guy, like, oh man, Sarah, she's beautiful, and I don't know, I just have a good feeling this time. I think it could be a next guy. Is like,
Also, like how they dress up nice for the Bachelor or the
Yeah.
Bachelorette, and you're just wearing like cool clothes.
that's the one
like you would
a
be
chill
on Next,
dude.
you know?
Yeah, just wearing this like fucking hoodie.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Then
you
by
have the
the-
cool like writing on it, and it's like, this is my friend's logo company.
Dude, we gotta do a sketch. Yeah, like that guy. Every time it cuts to him, is something like, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. We had like a 10-second conversation. She seems cool.
That
like-
dude, yeah, that would be a great sketch. Like it's the Bachelor, but then one of the contestants is like he's supposed to be on Next,
Yeah,
but he just acts like he's on Next.
he's just yeah.
And so he's just like, next. And she's like,
Next.
what?
Well, you're on
He's
the
like,
wrong
I'll take
show.
the money.
like that's not how this works.
Will you accept this rose? What? That's gay. He
Yeah,
just
I don't
says
want a
like
rose.
awful things like that. That's good. I like that.
Total dude,
Uh,
bro.
it's not part of the auction joke, but I did have like another premise that I'm just remembering that was about, it was like now I can't remember. Fuck, I lost it. It was like I got it. It's in my head. I promise. It's like that the idea is like your life is a TV show, and it's like the writers are running out of ideas,
That's what. Yeah.
and they're like, I guess we can't cancel it yet. He's only 33, but the 33 seasons is a lot. Like, what do we do? I
Yeah.
guess we could kill his dad.
Yeah.
like you
Like
know?
that's what's happening in all of our lives.
Yeah, like it's just a writer's room, and they're like, what
I like
would
this
be
like thing where every human being has a dedicated like like people
Right.
in heaven or wherever like just writing your show. Everyone has
Yeah.
a Truman Show type thing.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
staff, and they're just like, what do we do now?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess his parents can get divorced finally. We haven't done that before.
Yeah. How do we feel about this Cindy character that he's been dating? Should we cut her off or do an on-off thing? What's fun? Love triangle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been having him work at the state at this dead end job for 20 years. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Let's have him go to India and find himself.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. And the toxic dad thing, I think we've exhausted that, right? Let's just kill him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun twist. He gets money.
Yeah.
He
That could be
buys
like
a house.
spin-off. That's a spin-off.
Ooh.
It's like a Luke we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
And it's like just, oh wow, season 34, it really gets going.
Mhm.
I didn't think.
Picks up at 34.
Yeah,
that's
I
funny.
thought The Simpsons was done, but it's still
Yeah.
stronger than ever. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I think it's a premise that I could do. I just heard somebody, oh, maybe it was like Sam Morrill. He had like a joke that was similar to that
Mhm.
about like seasons of your show. It was like, because I think it was the one where he's probably talking about Taylor Tomlinson because they were dating at the beginning of quarantine.
Are they still dating?
I don't think so, because
But
they were doing a lot of content. They were like they did like a podcast together, and they were doing like these sketches where it was like living together in New York or whatever. And they never post that anymore, so I think they
Gotcha.
just broke up.
I don't want to gossip about them, but yeah.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah, Taylor's super cool.
I've never
Um,
met her, but yeah,
yeah.
I know that. Yeah, like you and Diego have met her, right?
Yeah, we like done some shows together, and then we're on like a few things together. But but yeah, you were saying Sam Morrill.
Oh yeah. No, he had a joke about like it's similar where it's like talking about like dating, like being stuck in quarantine, and like the writers are out of ideas. Like she's like, you've told me this story 3 times, and he's like, well, you're the only person I talk to.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's funny. It like keeps going. That's funny.
yeah,
I like that idea. That premise is good.
yeah. I have
Writer's
to.
Room of Luke Soin.
I have to just write it out. It might even be on this list somewhere, but I don't know. Do you have any more? We could do one more each, maybe.
Okay, let me see. I'm just like trying to find funny titles in my
I have one that's like really fucked up. I don't know if we should try it, but
yeah. Hey, man, this is the place
Yeah.
to try them.
well, I think that if you qualify it with I have this idea, it doesn't mean I believe it, or it's
Yeah.
you know, it's like
Um,
ba-da-ba-da-da-da, filling the time with music.
with random songs,
Filling it up with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V.
You know how we were talking about
W, X, Y, Z. Is that it? I might have messed that up.
WX,
B, W, X, Y, and Z. Yeah. When you change up the song, it's really easy to forget how it goes. Wait, let's look through your 12 steps book over there.
Oh, yeah, we could do
I'm
that.
just kidding. I think that was before we started, but you were like, I was like, is that at the beginning of the podcast? I forget if we were recording.
I don't think it's in it. We were just talking about it. But
Yeah.
I have an AA 12-step book here.
He has like a notebook, and I was like, well, if you start drinking again, it does become a joke book.
There's going to be some good stuff in there. I found last night, I was listening back to all my voice memos of just random songs I made.
Uh-huh.
And here's one. It's
Oh, this is fun. We never had this before when we done a podcast.
I guess we haven't, huh?
Like, you've never played an audio
I
clip.
can play this. It's just like I look like I'll sing into my voice memos, and I'm like, I think this could be a good one.
Dude, it might have been so long ago when we did the Sexy podcast that phones weren't even good at this yet.
Yeah, we wouldn't even be able to do this.
Like, yeah, now it's just so easy. Okay, go ahead.
Does it play here?
It should.
I like waving at white people. Lets them know I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Because I was driving in my car and
It
like
sounds like it, yeah.
and like I waved at like a old white lady or something in a random town I was doing a show in, and then I was like, I started singing that in my head. Yeah, it was like as if it was a sitcom.
Yeah.
I like waving at white people.
That would be a fun video to shoot.
Yeah, dude. So that's what I went through this and I found a bunch of songs that I was like, this is actually more of like a sketch. I think it could be a sketch, like.
But you could turn it into enough of a song that if you put it on an album or Spotify that it could still work that way.
I think so, where it's like Lonely Island style, where they have like the song is funny as the sketch video,
Yeah.
but you want to hear the song again.
It's like, I threw it on the ground. Like, that one requires the video kind of to see that what he's throwing, but it's still kind of funny to listen to.
100%. So this one, if I can do another one on here, it was like...
You get Cheryl the soccer mom to come back and like wave at her and she's just like frowning at you like,
Yeah.
I don't like those.
And then I wave. She's like, oh, he's a nice boy.
Oh, yeah. She sees you coming up the street and then you wave and she's like, oh,
Yeah.
just like my son, but different.
Wow, we're actually more similar than I thought. But
maybe we shouldn't build that wall. I like those Mexicans.
I had one about building a wall in here, so it was like, let's build a wall around Mexico, and it was like, let's build 3 more walls in the roof, cause that's a house.
I love that.
Yeah, I was like, dude, so many random ones. I was just literally like listening in bed, like, oh, I never did anything with that.
If we just build the entire country a house, then no one will be homeless.
Yeah, just one giant house. And that's like a solution. So I get it. Trump was almost there. He was 1/4 of the way, you know?
He was just misunderstood.
Just one, yeah. We need to build a wall.
Maybe we should do a recount
more
so we can
walls.
get him back in there and he can
Yeah,
build
yeah.
the other walls in
Finish
the roof.
the job.
Yeah.
And then, so I found one in here that was just about, I guess it was like, is it shutting off?
Oh, less than 10% battery. It doesn't matter. The video's already weird, so
Yeah.
it'll come in and out
clips
as
and
it
stuff.
comes and goes.
But this one I thought could be a sketch. It's not like super funny, but there's this guy, Rudy Mancuso, that does like just weird song videos.
Uh-huh.
And it was about the platonic section of Craigslist.
Oh.
Like just guys who are looking for friends. That was interesting to me. So I just called like, it was like, here, I'll just play.
That'd be a really good song. That's a good stab bit too. Like
Yeah.
the stab podcast, like just like right because they used to do that. They had like a Craigslist one, but they got rid of it because it was too hacky.
Just
They
reading the
thought.
Craigslist stuff.
No, not reading, but writing. Like they give you a prompt, like
Oh.
you're a guy looking for a friend, but not sex, and then you have to
Oh,
really like
okay.
make the jokes about like I want to penetrate your life, not your asshole. You know,
Oh,
like
I see. Yeah. Like the puns, but using it for friendship.
yeah. I mean, that could be like what your song is. It's that's how I was interpreting.
No, so this I picture almost
understanding
like
it.
an indie, like almost like what's that Harold Crick fiction whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Harold Craig. It
Will
sounds
Ferrell
familiar.
had like a movie that was a little more serious.
Oh, yeah. Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah. So I picture like it's just like a love story between two guys on the platonic part of Craigslist, but like a bro love story, and you're hearing like the two different sides. So for example, it's kind of like it sounds like a serious song, and it might be kind of more serious, but would be interesting.
Wait,
for
real
video.
quick. I thought of a line that you could add. I don't know. You should do that, but I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
Just like maybe we could try some chess. All I want to hear is yes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go.
Play some chess, it's a checkmate, 'cause you're my soulmate, Craig. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that his name is Craig.
It's like pretty serious song kind of thing, but not.
What does it take these days to not be lonely? We're the only boy in this city, spending his lonely nights looking at classifieds on Craigslist ads for his city. Men for women, women for men. I'm just looking for a friend on Craigslist, yeah. The strictly platonic section of Craigslist.
I don't know if there's any more.
Yes, it exists on Craigslist.
Yeah, so I think like that's where I was just like
You-
I wanted to write the premise down,
Uh-huh.
and then when I listened to it again, I was like, this would be like a fun video.
Yeah.
Like so that the first part is the guy writing out, the thing on Craigslist.
And then he's just meeting dudes like on
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
dates.
yeah, that's
and like,
so
oh
funny.
no, this one doesn't work. And then he just finally finds the right guy.
Yeah.
And they're just like they end up painting like Warhammer figures together, and that's what
like
they're
just like a montage
something-
of their like friendship.
Yeah.
And like the outro thing, somebody asked them like, "How'd you guys meet?" I'm like, it's complicated or something like some kind of weird. Like people always do that when they ask like couples how they met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. My ex-girlfriend, she would always be like embarrassed, especially at the beginning, to tell people we met on Bumble, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what? That's what people do now. It's not weird
Dude,
at all.
and I don't feel weird when somebody tells me that. So it's like,
Yeah.
imagine these two guys when they ask them, and it's like, everyone says there's a stigma now about meeting your guy friends online, but everyone's doing it. They're like,
We met on lemonparty.com.
yeah. But there's a thing where they're like, actually, man, yeah, no one's doing that. Like, no one's meeting friends online.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, whatever then. So it's cool if somebody does it for a date, but for a guy friend. But
That
I do
would be
like
a
the
really good video.
Yeah,
You-
yeah.
And then also just listening to that made me think like you could have like a Sesame Street style show, and it's just you in front of a window, like a nice window with like a bench, and you just
Yeah.
play songs for kids, like
yeah.
A plus B equals 2.
That's
And,
so
like, doesn't
funny,
make any
dude.
sense.
That's a good premise. Yeah, like a kids show, but just funny random songs. Because they always do like educational songs, right?
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
that might be a good song for you, is like bad educational song.
Mhm.
And it's just like things that almost make sense, like
Yeah.
almost the basics of
Yeah.
like math or history, but then
sure.
you just say the wrong thing at the end of it.
Mhm.
So you're like, A squared plus B squared equals 8. Like, I don't know.
It's like you guys.
That's not a good one, but-
fill in the answer because I don't.
Yeah, I
don't know.
honestly don't know.
yeah,
We're here to learn. We're exchanging ideas.
I just. Yeah.
This is a two-way process here.
You thought this was like a lecture? It's actually a discourse.
Yeah.
So
This is a workshop.
imagine like master class where it's like you go in, but
Yeah.
they're like it's interactive. Yeah. So how do we do film? No, like anybody have any ideas? How do you write the next best novel? Huh. That's something we're going to all discuss for the next 10 weeks.
A lot of trial and error. We're going to spend hours
Yeah,
on
yeah.
on a Zoom call.
And at the end of
figuring
it,
this out.
we might write a novel, but we might not. So
Honestly, we'll probably end up binging The Office.
Yeah.
Office again.
that's all we have planned. All right. Yeah.
So this is like a more finished one that I haven't done in a live version.
No, those are great.
So, and this is also like, I did do this a long time ago, like 2 years ago. Oh, the camera just died.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, we got the audio.
We got the audio. Yeah, I wrote this like premise and sort of a version of this bit like a long time ago, but I sort of brought it back, and I don't know, I haven't gotten to do it. Anyways, I was thinking, and then this first part is bad, and I need to figure it out, but it also just might be like how I get into it.
Okay.
I was thinking about The Last Supper recently, and I found out the real reason they call it The Last Supper is because that's just when they started calling it dinner. which is like a dumb
Supper
dad
instead of
joke.
the last dinner.
Yeah, it's stupid. But then it's kind of, so this is like the part that I think is better. It's kind of silly to call it the Last Supper though. Like it was only one guy's Last Supper.
Yeah.
Like the rest of them had supper again the next day.
Pretty cocky.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're, like for the rest of them it was just Thursday. Like they're sitting around, like, wow, last night it kind of got out of hand pretty quick, huh?
Yeah,
Like
that escalated.
Jesus is dead now. And I feel like, and then this is like, it's kind of like similar, but it's just more Jesus jokes.
I had a really quick thought in there.
Okay, yeah.
It was like, and you kind of wonder, like, they never talk about what he ate. They just thought it was the Last Supper.
Oh yeah.
I like this idea of like, really, is your Last Supper loaves and fishes again?
Yeah.
Loaves, fishes, wine. This guy loves. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll write that down. Oh man. And what was his Last Supper? Probably something shitty. Loaves and fishes again, Jesus?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Loaves and fishes. This is the shitty part. We need like a producer to write this down for
To
us.
just like let us know afterwards.
Yeah, or just to type it
Assistance.
for us in a note. Okay. And then I feel like Jesus' story wouldn't work now. Like it wouldn't have the same effect today because back then when they killed someone, it's like brutal. Like it's crucifixion. It's like chop someone's head off.
So it's like a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it'd be like someone comes up to you, Jesus, have you heard the word Jesus died for your sins? Like, oh, how did he die? Lethal injection. Like that's not the same.
Well, and even that isn't even allowed now too. So we're like, how did he die? It was like, well, I mean, he's still alive. He's just in prison for life.
The state is paying for him.
Yeah.
To,
I mean, but that's not right.
Yeah. But yeah, I just liked the idea of like, he
That's
probably
funny.
didn't even feel it, so I don't really care. Like,
Yeah.
and then people always want to say what they think Jesus would say. Wait, no, is this even good? Oh no, people always want to say what they think Jesus would say, but they also always say he's coming back. So like, maybe just wait till he's here and confirm before quoting him. Oh, that's not a bad idea.
The Third Testament.
Well, because people are always like, what would Jesus do or say? It's like, why don't you just wait for him to come back? Like, you think he's coming back so soon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait to hear what he has to say. That's funny.
Then I have like one more note to try and continue the religious jokes, and it's just the Crusades. That's when they invented the road trip. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, like going around, like that was their gap year or something. Like when they're going out to go visit these countries. Like, where are you crusading at? It's like, oh, dude, you got to crusade, and I'm trying to think of some exotic place. You got to crusade in Asia, man. I had to go to like fucking Scotland, bro.
it was all cold, and men wore skirts there.
Yeah.
Actually, I like what if it's like the Crusades is their spring break?
Yeah,
So
that's
it's just
funny.
like, whoa, spring break!
Yeah.
Jesus!
Where are you going?
We're gonna slaughter people and take the Holy Land back.
Man, that shit is so crazy. I can't believe that's part of real history. Stuff's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's really crazy.
A lot of that, I know this isn't for the joke, but historical context, if it's helpful, was it was kind of like their excuse, like the Catholic Church was like the empire, like the Vatican and stuff like that. And that was kind of their excuse to go like colonize places. You kind of had to get permission and say like, I'm going to go convert people. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's weird how it was all tied. Like you could justify an expensive journey or endeavor like that with that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, again, I think there's levels to that because the church, I think it's fine depending on how you interpret everything and what you do. But Crusade, spring break, good premise.
Okay. All right, we'll write on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's probably good. I mean, I can go on forever,
I
but
know. This stuff is fun.
probably should wrap it up because I got to go soonish.
All right. Dude, good pod, man.
Yeah, we want to plug stuff. We just filmed your first music video.
Yeah, that's right.
The legendary Christmas song.
Just filmed the legendary Christmas song. It was a blast. I love the way it turned out. It was great, man. Good working with you. And
Hell yeah.
you can find me on Instagram, JRDGUZ, and Facebook, YouTube, all the channels, everything.
Hell
and
yeah.
Spotify.
And Spotify, yeah. You can find me at a Big Tiki Comedy on Twitter, at a Big Tiki on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell so you're notified.
Nice.
But no, yeah, just subscribe and watch stuff, please. Just put it on the background. Just give me a view. give us views. This is going to go on JR's channel too, so watch it there also.
Yep.
Just put it on. Like, you don't have to watch. Like, just make it play so we get a view.
That's the way we sell it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's background, just exercise to this.
Yeah, don't
Have
watch
sex to
Twitch.
this.
Watch this again.
I would love to have sex to a podcast. We're having sex, but we're learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone learn anything from this episode? I guess we talked about Filipino history and World
Dude,
War.
there was a moment I was like, I could probably talk about this for 3 hours, but I should probably talk about other stuff.
It's just that guy's entire show that you watched.
Yeah, I just tell his story. Yeah.
Just word for word, his whole
Carlos
script.
Celdron, rest in peace, man.
Oh, he's dead. That's right. That's
Yeah,
sad.
he got I think he had a bad relation. Like the president was after him
Duarte.
too. Yeah,
Yikes.
yeah. And Duterte.
Duterte.
And he went to Spain. I don't know if that's why. And then he died in Spain. So
Oh, they sent an assassin after him.
maybe you never know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's all.
There seriously could be a cool movie about that guy. But yeah,
Maybe you could make it.
I gotta learn how to sit down and write for a long time. I could do it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you all.
Happy New Year. Okay. Bye.